Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel where I share some practical aspects about life in Finland. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do this now and watch some previous videos if you want to learn a bit more about Finland. So the topic for today is how to pass YKI test. YKI test is the Finnish language test that you need to pass to get your Finnish citizenship. And I've got a lot of questions on my personal blog, and my blog posts about this topic usually get a lot of traction, so I decided that I'll give more details about this topic today. So the YKI test is held 4 times a year. My suggestion is to apply for this test quite beforehand, even though it's held in every Finnish city pretty much, but usually each exam station hosts like 50 to 100 people, so you should be really quick with picking up your place. Otherwise you'll have to go to another city to take this exam. For example, in my case, I was waiting till the last moment and I couldn't anymore get a place in Lappeenranta where I used to live, so I had to go to Savonlinna and get a place there. So be proactive, please. The exam lasts for around 5-6 hours and you will have a break in between, so please take your snacks with you, take some water, because you will need a lot of energy, to manage through the test, so it's better to have some snacks with you. And usually the test starts at 9 a.m. till 2 p.m, but sometimes the group is too big and that's why they break it into 2, and one group starts at 9 and another one starts at around 11. So yeah, when you go to the test, obviously you can't use any additional materials, you only can have a pen, pencil, and that's it. So the test has 4 sections: listening part, speaking part, reading part, and writing part. So the listening part lasts for 30 minutes. Yeah, it might be very stressful, so you really need to calm down and listen carefully. So first tasks are very easy, and then gradually they become more and more difficult. In the very beginning you might feel oh, it's so easy, I can do it so easily, but then it's gonna get more and more challenging, because some of the exercises will have some slang and some people who are talking very fast, or it can be a kid talking or a grandma talking, so it's going to be more challenging at the end of the test to hear things clearly and to answer the questions. So there are 3 different types of questions. It's multiple choice questions, yes and no questions, and open questions. And usually they give you different interviews, ads, news, announcements, whatever that you need to listen to. The test takes place in the studio. They give you headphones, your own desk, and a list of exercises. So my suggestion is to scan every exercise before you start listening to it, because it can give you some sort of an idea what this dialogue or this announcement will be about. So just calm down, listen carefully, and focus on one task at a time. The second part is speaking part. It has 3 different kind of tasks. So the first one is reactions. You are given a dialogue or the situation whether it's a phone call, usually it's a phone call. So it's a dialogue, 2 people are talking, and then you have 10 to 20 seconds in between to fill in the gaps. And yeah, it's 10 to 13 seconds. And again, scan the task before the recording will start, so it gives you some idea of what's happening. For example, the situation can be that you've lost your credit cards and you need to call to the bank and can't block it. So, follow the conversation. In those gaps, they tell you what you need to do, tell your name or tell your situation or something. So they will give you some sort of a description of what you need to talk about in this 10 or 13 seconds. Yeah, another case can be you're selling something online and a potential buyer calls you to ask for additional details, and again, a dialogue and those gaps that you need to fill in 10-30 seconds. Second one is situations. You're given 15 different situations, and then you need to react to them again. For example, someone is asking you what's the weather today, and then you need to answer what's the weather today. Or a friend of yours is inviting you for a party but you can't go, and then you explain what's the reason why you can't go. Or you forgot your bag in the restaurant and then you come back to pick up the bag, and then you need to tell the waiter what was the bag where you sat, and give some more details about what happened. Or someone is calling you trying to sell a newspaper subscription, and then you want to decline the offer and do it politely, and you have 30 seconds to reply. The last part is monologue. You are given a topic and then you need to talk about it for about 2 minutes. Again, you are given like 1 minute of preparation, so I really advise you to like make some 1-2 words notes so that you can use it as a structure when you are starting to stress out, and then at least you have a plan what you're going to be talking about. So yeah, like it can be different topics. For example, who is the most important person for you, and then like the task has like sub questions like who's this person, what is the best thing you like about this person, what do you do together, what do you learn from this person, etc. Then another discussion can be like you stayed in the hotel but something went wrong, and now you're calling a hotel manager and you want to discuss or you want to discuss what happened and also give feedback. And then you need to tell like when did you stay in the hotel, what happened, what were the bad things, how the hotel now needs to fix the problem, and whether there is any opportunity for the hotel to make up for like a bad experience. Yeah, and once again, before getting into a certain task, scan it first, make some notes. The structure will help you stay focused and actually talk without thinking too much. And then the third part of the task is writing part, and it is made up by 2 sections. The first one is to write a short email, letter or an ad, and the second part is to state your opinion, or like an essay. So the first part, it can be like writing an email. For example, you want to invite your friends for a certain event, and then you need to describe like what is the event, where does it take place, when it's gonna happen, why you want to take this friend with you, and how your friend can reply whether he or she wants to go and join you or not. Another email can be like you want to give feedback for your gym, and then you state like what are the good things about your gym, what are the bad things, and some suggestions for improvement. Or you are planning to do a renovation in your apartment and you need to ask for permission, so you are contacting your householder or your apartment owner, and you're explaining like what you want to do, like what's the condition, or for example of the bathroom, and who's gonna do this, and what is the timetable, and just give some more additional 2 details about the renovation, for example. So yeah, this is part 1, and part 2 is stating your opinion. So usually you are given like a topic that you need to write about, and sometimes they tend to use some like hot topics about what's happening currently in the country, or it can be something general. For example, do all professions suit equally men and women, or is it safe to walk in the street like in the evening in Finland, or what is the better place for a little kid, home or a kindergarten? And then you need like to write an essay about it. Like my suggestion is to create a clear structure in your head how you usually create those like essays. Because for example, first you state a question and then you sort of like explain what is the question, and then like the second part is where you share your arguments, first of all, second of all, third of all, and then the third part is like conclusion where you summon up your ideas and make a statement like yes, it's safe to walk in the street like in the night in Finland, or it's not safe. So you finalize your opinions. The writing part takes 55 minutes approximately. So just calm down, try to show off your best self, like all those unique phrases you know, and just try to show like the variety of phrases that you know. And the last part is reading part. It usually lasts for something like 60 minutes, and then you are given different pieces of text like articles, blogs, news, announcements, whatever. And of course some tasks are very easy and you can just scan them and easily like find the answers, or some tasks are some bits of information are more difficult to understand and you need to read carefully to find the answer. Just calm down, do your best. Try to read carefully, answer the questions. Again, 3 types of questions: multiple choice questions, yes or no questions, and open questions. As I said, like, the whole test takes about 5 hours, and then you need to wait for like 2 or 3 months to get the results, and they usually just send a certificate to your home address, and that's it. I hope that you found this information useful and interesting for you. If you want to learn more about this test and you want to see like more examples of what kind of exercises and tasks they are, I will link below links to my personal blog, so you can find them there. Also find me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned. Thank you!